another glorious day, my tea sippers, and you know what time it is. I hope you have all of your crumpets together because it's time to dish tea. And you're dishing tea, darlings, with Big Meat.
Can't wait. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat.
Darling.
Hey, and hello. What's going on? I know, I'm silly at times, honey. What's going on? To all of my tea sippers, my crumpet dunkers, my pot stirrers, honey, my tea brewers, and my tea leaf readers, honey. I know you have all of your crumpets together, my darling, but what is your tea, honey? You know what time it is, honey. You know it is time to dish tea, and you are dishing tea, darlings, with Big Meat. What's up? Oh, we got Groove came in early. Hey, Big Meat, I just ate curry, and I don't know what they put in that curry, but it feels good. Oh, girl, okay now. Okay. You know, curry is that's a seasoning, honey. It's that curry chicken and stuff. That's an island cooking, baby. That island cooking. But hopefully they didn't put none of that ganja, darling. Okay, up in there to give you a little woo effect. Okay. What's up, everyone, honey? It's been a long 7 days, but we're here. Honey, we are here, and we're going to get through some things, honey. Hopefully my co-host will come up in here with me this evening and come and shed a little light on a couple of subjects with us, honey. You know what I'm saying? But in the meantime, and in between time, honey, I want to share something with you because y'all know I am going through this whole one of the changes of life that we that we go through, child. And it's taken me there. But it is who we are, okay? And I'm like, okay, we can make this happen, right? I felt very accomplished today. Because I took the very first steps in going to inquire about getting this grill together, okay? Now, y'all know I put up a very good front with keeping my things intact. You know, I try not to let everybody know when I'm down or whatever because, you know, I deal with it the way that I deal with it, you know, and it's not maybe the healthiest thing, you know, for me because I can suppress a lot of stuff and I can hold on to it and it comes out in ways that that it ought not. Okay. So this whole thing with my grill and carrying on, honey, I'm just trying to get myself together. And, you know, been talking about it. And I said, no, let's do this. Let's go. And I said, I'm going to go to 3 different, you know, agencies or whatever. And I am going to get the consultations. Okay. I went to agency number 1. Okay. And baby, when I tell you they gave me this mock-up, honey, y'all know I'm a crybaby, right? But I didn't go all off into a cry this time because I want to keep myself together. Because one of the things is On top of, well, the whole grill thing, honey, is something in addition, because y'all know half of my face work, right? Because I have Bell's palsy, or the residual effects of it, okay? And that there is because, well, I can move and carry on, but at one point in time, the right side of my face was completely paralyzed, okay, and it drooped all down and this, down, the other, and it made me. It's the right side or the left side, honey, whatever. And it made me very self-conscious at one time, because when I had the onsets of it, it looked like I was having a stroke because my whole face dipped. I couldn't talk to say letters with T's and F's and S's and all those hard consonants and things like that. I wasn't able to do so. At one point in time, I had to lift my jawline up so I can talk. And that there, it took me a little minute to get through. But again, God humbles me, because what else could I do? My face is my face. Okay. Now y'all see, sometimes when I read, I had one of my eyes closes or whatever, and that's part of the one of the side effects from it. Like I said, when I smile, you'll see that I only got half a smile because the rest of it won't do. So that there, I learned to get over it. I've learned how to work through it. I've learned how to take it, right? Then I started losing my grill, honey. And so now I'm like, okay, a bitch talks entirely too much to be in everybody's face, right? However, what do you do? Okay. And I said, all right. So I went and I set up the appointment, and that was real cute. And then they gave me the mock-up. And when they gave me the mock-up, I was like, oh, shit. Okay. And I knew they were going to do it. I knew it. But yeah. So now we are here. And what I should have done was I'm still going to do it. So as I'm talking, I'm going to try to upload the pictures separately so that y'all can see the pictures. Okay. I didn't do design number 3 because that's not the one I was going to choose. Okay. And I'll get to that in a minute, and so y'all can understand what I'm talking about. Excuse me. Yes, it's been a long day, honey. It's been the last 24 hours or so have just been, a little that way for me, chair. I have just, my God, today when I tell y'all, it has just been, okay, it has just been, okay, I've been running and carrying on, but nonetheless, okay. Now this is what we do, right? So, all right, while I'm letting this load up and trying to figure out the picture, because I got it on my phone, and what I should have done was email it to myself so that I could download it to the computer, and it would have had a better time getting on the damn computer, right? But I didn't do all that. So now I'm sitting up here trying to make up for time and carrying on. So this, that, and the third. Okay. So fuck it, never mind. I'm just gonna do it the long way because that's gonna frustrate me. I'm gonna show y'all. I didn't want to bend it, but okay. Can y'all see that? Y'all see three different. Okay, I'm gonna start here. Let me go here. Let me start with design. See that? Oh, okay, yeah, that's perfect. That's design number 1. Isn't that lovely? Now, design number 1 is what they call the most natural, right? Now they go in and they make it all, get it to where it's this, and this, right? And as you can see, the way how the teeth are, you see peaks and valleys and carrying on like your regular teeth are, right? Like your incisors and carrying on. Isn't that lovely? That's the one I was going to choose. Now, design number 2. Hold on. Let me get my camera right. See design number 2. That's similar. It's similar, right? But as you can see, it's a little rounded off. It looks a little more polished or whatever, you see? I'm like, oh, okay, that's cute. Okay. But then you got design number 3. Can y'all see that? Design number 3 where everything is even and, you know, squared off and this, that, and the other. But design number 3 is the one that they call the Hollywood smile. And that there looks manufactured, doesn't it? It just looked like you just had work done, doesn't it? Okay. And I said, no, that's not the one that I want, honey, because everybody in Hollywood will have that same damn smile. Everybody has this, you know, it just, and it looks like it's work. And I didn't want that, okay? And I don't want that. So my option was going to be design number 1, okay? Because it looks like, man, when I saw it, I was like, oh my, okay, there I am, okay? I felt like I'm looking at me again, okay? So that's cute, right? Real cute. But, honey, here we go. Now, I know y'all waiting on it. I know y'all waiting on it. Y'all like, okay, bitch, that's lovely. But what the hell is that damn sticker price? Ha! Well, that there, darling, is $50,000. And these are all implants. This here is implants. This is, the place here is called Nuvia, okay? And they're here in the Atlanta area. They're up in Roswell, well, no, Marietta on Roswell Road. Okay, Marietta is a suburb of Atlanta. So, yeah, I had a wonderful time up in there. The consultation was lovely, you know, to get all the pictures and the x-rays and this, that, and the other, and blah, blah, spleen. Okay, and looking at it, this here, the whole idea of this is because they would have to just take everything with the few I have left, and it's a total job. So we get both uppers and lowers, because he said if we just did the uppers, what would happen is it would destroy the rest of what I have left, because it's just a few. So they were like, we'll just extract everything, get all the broken pieces and stuff, get all that out. I got enough jaw bone and everything to where they put the implants in. And then after that, 24 hours later, because they put the implants, all the stuff in, 24 hours later, I go back and they click everything in. And once it clicks in, darling, then okay, cute. I can then smile, and I can start eating right away. I have to start off with soft foods and, you know, for the most part, you know, like a liquid diet. Well, no, they said that was the old way. You know, the old way, you know, folks that had to be on a liquid diet for like 2 or 3 months or whatever. And I was cool with that because I've done that before. Y'all know I've been on the liquid diet when I had the gastric. And that there was that, honey, although it was nerve-wracking, but it was what it was. But this time they said, no, with the new procedures and things, that within 24 hours I can have new teeth versus 10 months. And I could start immediately with eating and having soft foods. And over time, you know, about a couple of months then, because the bone and stuff would heal and all that. Over time, we will be able to get up to solid foods where I can bite into apples and peanuts and walnuts and all that kind of jazz, you know. So, well, okay, cool. But I felt so accomplished today because, like I said, this is my first consultation. Okay. I need to put this in a frame, actually, so that we can have, I said, okay, we got goals. So here is the $50,000 question. If I were to put up a GoFundMe, honey, who would support me to get new teeth assistants? Huh? Who would support me? That's the question. I've seen it done. I've seen GoFundMes and carrying on. I've tried to do GoFundMes. The whole GoFundMe thing does nothing for me. Okay, nothing. Okay, nothing at all. Okay, not to where I've achieved a goal. Everyone I've done, I've tried. Hell, one of my sons had got burnt out, right? And I was like, okay, fine, honey. No, we trying to get him and his kids something to do, get them something. Child. Now we were trying to raise 5,000, only raised 800. Oh, we're trying to put the play up, honey. With my play, the goal was 50. I raised 500. I was like, oh, these are not doing well for me. And you get a little jaded because I'm like, okay, well, what is everybody else doing that I'm not? You know, I read my stories and carrying on. I know one time I was trying to put up something because we were trying to get a lawyer for my son. And they made me, no, they didn't make me take it down. They took it down, talking about something. We don't fund criminal activity. I said, business ain't criminal, nothing. My son is in, you know, we trying to get a lawyer. But they snatched that down and carried on. So that didn't raise nothing. So that there is that. So I feel, boom, we got that on out of the way, darling. So let's get into today's show. And let's talk about a few things because, darlings, you know, we are just coming into some shit, honey. And I want to start off with wait a minute, I am trying to send the link over here to Nighthawk Network, but where's my shit? It's not coming up under my groups, and I hope I didn't delete the damn thing. Anywho, I didn't want to put it over here in Nighthawk Network, but I'm gonna have to put it over here because what in the world? Okay, something is not doing right. Okay, let me see what's happening. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. I'm sorry, I'm stalling a little bit because I was trying to send the link to somebody else. And over here on Messenger, when I'm trying to type in, honey, it's not coming up. And I'm like, okay, wait a minute. I know this is my shit. So how come it's not coming up? Okay. Anywho, let's do this. I want to start here. We're on the precipice of Black Gay Pride here in Atlanta, Georgia. Okay, y'all know next weekend is Black Gay Pride, and because it's Labor Day. If y'all don't know what it is by now, every Labor Day weekend, honey, Atlanta is in Black Gay Pride, and we have a host of other shit goes on that same weekend. Okay, usually it's Comic-Con and one of the football classics. I think we got the football thing going on. We got skate-a-thon going on. We used to have NASCAR. NASCAR used to be going on the same weekend. It's a lot that goes on here in Atlanta during Labor Day weekend. Okay. However, we are embarking on Black Gay Pride, and there's two things that I want to get into that today because y'all know, y'all saw the last time when I put this up, and I'm still upset about this. Okay. Okay. Who was most at risk of catching monkeypox? Now, this here is I think this came from DC, their Fox 5 News or whatever. And as you see, this here, who is most at risk of catching monkeypox? They say gay and bisexual men, transgender women, or non-binary persons assigned male at birth who have sex with men, sex workers of any sexual orientation or gender, staff of bathhouses, saunas, and sex clubs. And I took offense to that because We got the case of the dog that got the damn monkeypox. We got all these babies that have been tested positive for monkeypox. We got women who are coming up, and that's been all on the internet. These women who got it, but yet all of DC Department. Yeah, this is a DC. I wanted to make sure I quoted that right. That's DC. But all of the information that's going out is targeting the alphabet children, okay, as some derivative of it, right? But here's something that I want you guys to understand. Again, this weekend, starting tomorrow, I believe, the children are making the vaccine, the monkeypox vaccine, MPV. They're making it available because of Gay Pride weekend. Okay. And so they're trying to get as many folks vaccinated, at least the first dosage of the vaccine here. And I'm struggling with this, y'all. And y'all tell me if it's me or am I just going, am I too far in, or is it one of those kind of do what you want to do, Andre?
You want me to use this detergent, or you want to use one I got?
What?
I mean, I got whatever's in the orange bottle.
Oh.
Gang, or you want me to use yours?
Whichever.
It don't matter to me, honey. Hey, everybody.
Okay. That's Alabama, y'all. He's going to do laundry. Okay. So I'm like, okay. I am real tired of this coming across as if this is AIDS 2.0 or AIDS the next generation or whatever this is. No, the detergent is in here. It's one by the in the bathroom if you want to use that mine. I'm just tired of us being the yeah, either the guinea pigs or the brunt of everybody's joke. It just feels as though this is a joke. And so it also gives the religious children, and the traditional children, this give them fodder to sit down there and want to say, oh, this is God's curse, and carry it on. Now here, AIDS didn't kill us, so now the monkeypox gonna kill us, right? And carry. I'm just sick of everything coming down to us as a community, and you're not looking at everybody else. Okay, for something that is supposedly an epidemic or coming into an epidemic, okay, where it's touching everybody, okay, you're saying this is a skin-to-skin contact kind of thing. Of course, sex is a skin-to-skin thing, okay? However, it's skin-to-skin, not sex to sex, okay, or only sex. And yet y'all making it sound as though, and here again, y'all went only to MSMs, trans women who were male at birth, assigned at birth, and non-binary people who are male at birth. Okay, ain't nothing about women up in here at all. Okay, biological women or cisgender women. Okay, nothing in here except when you say sex workers. Okay, you say sex workers. Okay. Or whatever, but nothing in here is specifically geared toward us as a whole community to say, listen, this is an epidemic or reaching epidemic proportions, and we all need to be concerned. No, what your information is saying you're targeting the alphabet children yet again, and you're making it seem as though we are, the children that's going through all these particular changes, and I'm not on a good foot with that, honey. I'm just not on a good foot with this. And I'm not understanding why is it that the crest of all this is not broadened. Why are we not looking at this on a even platform or a global platform or a human platform, just humanity itself. Why is it that we are just targeting this? Because I'm gonna tell you, as always, if it's said that this is a gay thing or whatever, the world does not respond immediately. You see, the world don't respond or whatever because everybody feels as though, oh, I can't get it. Oh, that ain't got nothing to do with me. Well, I ain't gay, so okay, boom. I'm not a man who sleep with a man. Okay, and now it becomes that, and we don't look at it on the surface of what it is. And I'm tired of that. I'm tired. And what is it that we need to do to get that out there? Why is it that every time it comes to this, no one is on this battlefront? Where are all of our lobbyists? I want to know who our gay lobbyists are. Okay. I want to know who are our gay lobbyists, because I need to know why the fuck y'all are not at the CDC, at a World Health Organization, and at these other places. But like, no, don't you put all this on us. Don't you put all this on us? Because like on the news, I watch Good Morning America, you know, and ABC. That's my station. And every time we hear this, even Dr. Jen, I love Dr. Jen. You know, but even when they say, well, we want everyone to know that this is not a gay disease, we're not targeting gay men or whatever, this is an everyone disease. Even when they say that, it comes across like, yeah, we understand, you know, we this is a everybody, but they're not saying, for me, it's not saying with the same urgency that you should have been saying, oh, well, those who are most at risk are, you know, men who have sex with men, and then, you know, y'all are very definitive with that. And y'all have all this exuberance when you say it. But when it comes down to saying, well, we want you to understand, you know, no, this is not, you know, targeting, this is not a gay disease, and this is not gay only. Y'all don't have the same exuberance for me. And I'm real tired of that. I'm real tired of that. And so this weekend, like I'm saying, here in Atlanta, they quick to say, oh, well, we coming up on Gay Pride, so they're going to make the vaccine available. Now, how is it that all of a sudden, you know, y'all said that we have very few vaccines available, okay? Y'all waiting on this surge of vaccines to come through. And right now, because catch it, I've taken my first shot, okay? I'm taking the first shot, and I go back on the 15th of September for the second one, okay? And all of on the questionnaire, okay, that you take, you're not gonna get it if you don't check that you a man MSM, because they ask you, are you an MSM? What is going on with my thing? I just saw a glitch. I popped and glitched or whatever. I don't know. Did y'all just see that? Did I blink on y'all? Okay. So now at all of the places here, at least here in Atlanta, they're saying, yeah, the vaccine is available, but they're saying that we are targeting those who are most at risk. So if you're not an MSM, they're not going to let you get the damn vaccine. Okay, they're going to tap dance around it because they want those who are at risk or most at risk. So unless you're lying on the application to say that you're an MSM or whatever, okay, they're not going to necessarily target you. So that there's where I'm having an issue. I'm having a real strong issue with that. And why is it? And here's something else. Let's pay attention to this. Because when we were dealing with COVID and everything, and they started that damn vaccine, baby, we had 3 different brands of vaccine available. 3. In record time. This here vaccine here for monkeypox is a derivative of the smallpox vaccine. You know, it's the same vaccine for smallpox. So if we already got the vaccine for smallpox or whatever, why is it difficult to recreate or mass create this damn vaccine? Why is that difficult? And how come we don't have this in the numbers that's needed?
They did. It expired.
Okay. It expired.
It expired.
Oh, what?
Yes, when we had the war on terror.
Yeah.
Big
fear. Remember when we had anthrax?
Right, and
The thing that they were scared of is that they were going to have a smallpox.
remember that, yes.
So they got
Yes.
big shipment of everything.
Right.
But somewhere along the line, somebody forgot to check the expiration date. And for some reason, right when we need it,
now the shit don't work.
Shit expired. Sorry.
Interesting. No, honey. I need that information. That's what I need. Okay, so but here's the question though. If they mass produce it, where are the children? Because if they got it once, they could get it again. Where is it? Okay. If they had it in surplus like that to where they forgot about it and the shit expired, that means they know where to get it in that quantity. So where are they? How come the shit didn't go out and say, listen, especially since it didn't start here. Monkeypox didn't start here. It came from us. It came from elsewhere. So how come World Health Organization, how come they didn't sit up there and say, get this shit? How come CDC is not sitting up there saying, let's get this shit? Okay, because this is already available. It ain't like they had to create something out of nothing. Okay, this is already available. So where is it? Because right now, there should be enough to where at one point they were trying to sit up there and what was it? How they administer it, they were trying to get more out of the vial than what it is, because supposedly how they administer it up under the skin, kind of like a TB. Remember how you do for TB? They used to put it right up under the skin that bubble up or whatever. Well, they were sitting up there saying that some kind of newfangled way they're trying to administer the vaccine so that they can get more out of each bottle. Okay. And instead of getting everybody the 2 shots or whatever, they're giving everybody 1 shot, and then hopefully by the time it's time for your next one, you get, that's ridiculous to me. That's not making sense. And I'm gonna say something to here. DC, are you up in here? You gonna come up in here today? I hope so. Because he said something to me that he said his doctor told him. And when he said that, I said, wow, I didn't think about it like that. He said, listen, if this is a smallpox vaccine, I've already had the smallpox vaccine. I said, okay. He said, right. He said, when you got the vaccine, you have the vaccine. That means that your body has done what it needs to do to make the antibodies. He said, since we was kids, when we got the polio and the measles and all that, we went through that series of vaccines. We didn't have to get that no more. Why? Because it's already in us. So with this shit with COVID and carrying on, they're talking about booster on top of booster. You got to get 4 fucking shots or whatever. What's wrong with that damn thing? To where it's not building up enough antibodies or whatever to where your body is able to react to this and build up a wall to it, because everybody's still catching it, right? I said, ooh. He said, well, this is a smallpox vaccine. I already have the smallpox vaccine in my series of vaccines. I said, well, I'm looking at it like a booster. He said, why do you need a booster? He said, when was the last time you had smallpox? I said, I never did. He said, exactly. I said, oh, so you're going to make me think. I said, but I went to go do this because I touch people too much. I'm one of those, I like to hug and carry on, honey. That's to come during the lockdown time. It was difficult, and then you got to put on gloves and shit. You felt like you were rogue from the X-Men or whatever. Oh, we could touch, but I can't have skin to skin. And okay, this is my brain clicking. Now, we couldn't do skin to skin, supposedly with COVID, so we had to keep on gloves and shit. Now we got to put the gloves back the fuck on, because now monkeypox is skin to skin. We can't kiss, we can't nothing, right? Interesting theory, huh? A very interesting theory. What the fuck is it that they're trying to do to where we cannot have human contact anymore? Okay. What are we looking at in this particular world? And this is my conspiracy mind going, because I have questions that seem to have no answers at this particular point, unless y'all are sitting there trying to move in artificial intelligence which is slowly and surely coming away. We keep relying on technology for all this shit and carrying on, but artificial intelligence is not going to be artificial anymore. I'm going to let that sit for a minute. I'm going to say that one more time. Artificial intelligence is not going to be artificial anymore. Uh-huh. Okay. Boom. Let me go to the comments. Or what? Uh-huh.
If we are going by population depletion, just a thought. And all of a sudden they're giving monkeypox vaccines to people of color. They go around and return Roe versus Wade, and you look at the numbers, white people get more abortions than black.
Well,
if we're going to give a conspiracy, it seems that they want the colors to stop breeding so the whites could get back in the number.
And there you have it. Let's see. When you get a donut factory break, we need one of your I said what I said Sundays. Okay. True, bro. Okay. Hey, Stevie Mac. Exactly. Hey, me just dropping in for a few. The Princess Leia is up in here. Okay. It's not a gay disease and never should have been put out that way. It was high amongst gay men. It should have just been a disease that is spread through skin-to-skin contact. Why attach sexual orientation to it? Exactly. That's the point. Okay, that there is the point. And yeah, they need to stop the fear mongering with us, which is monkeypox, and it's being a so-called gay disease. This is ridiculous. Exactly. And from what I read, Atlanta has vaccines for monkeypox for Black Gay Pride, and since it is basically a contact virus, everyone should get it. Gay, straight, women, and children. Exactly. Okay. Well, and there you have it. Okay. What you say? I'm not hugging or touching anyone, period. Well, okay. Child, keep us from being human. That's the conspiracy. That conspiracy has something to it. Okay. Well, how about that? Okay. Check out World Economic Forum and its leaders. One spoke of artificial intelligence and transhumanism. Oh, really? See, now how about that? See, okay, now let's go there. See, we pretty great. Let's do this, okay? Because when I started going back to school back in 2005, my psychology instructor, professor, said something to me while we were studying cognitive brain activity. And she said, if it's in a textbook, they're ready to tell you about it. But trust and believe that this has been something going on maybe 10 to 15 years prior to it being in the textbooks. I said, okay. And what she was talking about, we got into this thing to where it was a response with gorillas and apes, and how they were teaching apes and stuff how to communicate with humans. Okay, now what's the movie Gorillas in the Mist? I think it is, with Sigourney Weaver, and they was teaching the elephant. Not the elephant, the gorilla sign language, so the gorilla can talk. Okay. And carried on, and we think that this is this whole big to-do that we could communicate with the animals and blah, 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 blah. And yes. Y'all see it on TikTok? It's too cute. It's cute. I think I put up on my Facebook page. The child sat down there, and she scolded the dog for eating all the treats. Okay? And put the dog in timeout. Got the dog standing in the corner. Okay? And of course, you know, the paws, scratching the wall, so he's sliding down. And then she made him lay down in the corner, stay in the corner. Now, that's cute that you put him in timeout. But we're not going to be happy until we get what you think we're asking for. And that there is what we call wildlife end up becoming human life. Because we so busy trying to communicate with these animals and trying to get to be a part of their fucking world so much to where this is going to be something. And so going back to my professor, in the textbook, there was a video too that was showing us about how they were trying to get the monkey's brain or the ape's brain to see how to communicate. And because, here's the other thing, y'all know in science, between pigs, apes, monkeys, and what else do they use? But the lab rat is for other experimentations because you know they think rats are expendable. But when it comes down to human contact, human life, okay, how our bodies and stuff respond, the heart, the lungs, and this, that, and the other, we're most closest to the gorilla, ape, chimpanzee, you know, that particular family. So we ain't gonna be happy to Planet of the Apes is real. I'm just gonna put it out there and say, y'all want Grog and what Grog is the Super Friends. What was the apes? Cornelius, that's his name. Y'all ain't gonna be happy till Cornelius is sitting up here running shit. And y'all know apes are strong as fuck, honey. They've been fucked us up. Okay. And
they stopped doing some of that shit.
Exactly.
They stopped before me.
Yes, they had to because the damn.
There was one, I'm gonna try to see if I can find it for you. I'm sorry. There was one where they got this gorilla, but what people fail to realize is that gorillas on the natural
Are already intelligent.
are the purest beings.
Yes.
So there's no religion, there is no spirituality.
And there you have it.
There's nothing that holds them back.
Right.
There's one where a gorilla said, I'm about to kill you.
Yeah.
There was one where he literally said, I'm about to kill you. And it was another one where, you know, because they'll kill each other.
Right.
And not give a damn.
But territory, but because one of the things about instinct, and if you look at animals and the animal kingdom, now it's lovely. I think they're crazy, but at the same time, if nobody did it, we wouldn't have this information, okay? But when you look at it and how they study the animals, then the order of progression is that overpopulation. When it's time, one is too old to run the pack, the pride or whatever, you know, there's always this battle of dominancy. You know, who can run it, who's superior, and this, that, and the other. That there is one of the laws of nature that we just cannot get over. I don't care how spiritual we are, okay? And all of our evolution into understanding spirit and carrying on, and how all of us are one and the same. Our humanity and what is here is that we are going to fight and compete and carry it on to see who's better than who's the dominant, who's this, okay? And all of us, here's where we are, all of us as humans find exactly, you know, the things that get in where you fit in. We always like to play to our strengths because it's where we are able to compete best. Why do you think we go to get master's degrees and doctors and carrying on? Because then can't nobody question my motherfucking intelligence. Okay. Exactly. You know, so we get there. Why do you think? Y'all know I do not believe in gospel competitions, because I don't believe that there is competition in God. If all of us singing to the same God, okay, I don't believe in gospel competitions. However, everybody wants to sit up there and say who got the best church choir, but it ain't about that. I'm not supposed to be coming to the church to hear the best choir. I'm coming because we're supposed to be getting a word from the Lord and growing spiritually. But y'all competing, the McDonald's Gospel Fest and this, that, and that. Everybody's trying to sit up there who got the best curly Q runs, or who can mimic the Clark sisters, or who can mimic Tremaine Hawkins, or who can mimic Yolanda Adams, or Daryl Coley, okay? And carrying on. Y'all trying to get all these runs and carrying on and say, oh, I sound good, but everybody singing ain't got no damn feeling. Okay, y'all mad at Leandra because that girl is blessed and is anointed when she sings. That girl, when she gets into, and when Spirit wraps her up That girl there is a whole new mission. But y'all can't stand her because when she get into her bottle and carrying on, and when she get into her low stuff, she cuss y'all the fuck out, don't she? Okay? Because she's still a work in progress. Okay, but that's not the kind of singing everybody wants. You know, or expect. And even as she came from a singing competition, Sunday's Best. Okay. And so no. So that there is the laws of nature. So the ape and the gorilla and that entire family of creatures, they're already highly intelligent. Okay, they already are. And you're talking about giving them even greater intelligence to communicate with us and to live on our terms. Huh? Y'all trying to teach it? Really? Okay. This is why, you know, like taking the kids to the zoo and carrying on. Well, we so busy watching Bugs Bunny and watching Jabberjaws and watching The Lion King because Simba was cute, honey. Simba, ooh, Hakuna Matata. Okay, we Hakuna Matata, honey. And they think it's cute. And kids don't know. They'll go up like when they had to kill. What was the gorilla name that the baby got into the cage a few years ago? And the baby just got, and the gorilla went crazy and was about to kill the baby. You know, because it's in the territory. Babies don't understand that. Okay. Harambe, thank you. That was the Okay. And they had to put the gorilla down. Okay. Y'all see it in the zoo all the time when the elephants go wild. Okay, when the lions, hell, Siegfried and Roy been doing them damn lions for years. They've been taming them damn lions and carrying on. And what happened? After 30 some odd years of dealing with them damn lions, they got that ass, didn't they? Okay? Okay? Now what? Okay? So here we are in this day and age of dealing with, I'm going to call it a God complex, actually. I'm going to call it a God complex. You know, we're so busy wanting to have dominion over all, honey. Ain't that what your traditional children learn? We learn through tradition. God gave us dominion over all the animals and carried on. Adam named them and gave them names and blah, blah, blah. See? And as far as I'm concerned, y'all trying to recreate the Garden of Eden, honey, but we can't recreate that now, can we? That's God's thing. Okay? We trying to recreate it because you want to communicate with the animals and things of that nature. Okay? But I said all of that. I got off track because we're talking about monkeys and things and it's monkeypox. But you see, when we get into conspiracy theory on all this, you know how this opens up. Okay, and conspiracy could come up in here, and we can really go there. We could really go there, but I'm just sick of this whole thing. Do not allow these children to tell you that monkeypox is you know, a gay disease. Okay, stop allowing the narrative to get that. Every time you hear it, make sure you tell everybody no, because this is affecting everybody. Orientation ain't got shit to do with this. And I understand why they're doing it. It's just that it pisses me off that now we here finna get ready to do Black Gay Pride, but now all of a sudden the vaccines are available for gay men. Oh, we coming down to Atlanta and we got the vaccines available tomorrow. you know, and we do it a week before prior so folks can come on in and blah blah blah. No, okay. So be that as it may. Raymond, what you say? I don't think the gorilla was going to kill the baby, but everyone panicked and killed the gorilla. What I want to know is why did the child was not supervised? You know what? I said the same exact thing about that supervision about the child. But what had happened, everybody panicked because the gorilla got out of whack because somebody was in their territory. You know, they're territorial from what we learned. The baby got up in there and the gorilla was going crazy. Or you know, like, who was this? Why is the child up in here? And then he grabbed the baby at one point and dragged him, you know? And that's what it was. It was like, okay, wait a minute. You know. So yeah. But we're at that particular point now, and I'm there. Okay, so I'm hot with them. But here's the second thing about Black Gay Pride that I want to ask. I want to know, who are this year's gatekeepers? And I'm going to appeal to all you gatekeepers out there. If I see one motherfucking fight this year, if I see one brawl at the bar this year, I'm gonna have something for all you motherfuckers. Cause I'm sick of that. I'm sick of Black Gay Pride becoming synonymous with all this fucking fighting and going viral on damn social media.
And that's why they got the monkeypox, because they didn't want us to go viral. Because let's just be honest, half them people coming down here got wives.
Okay. Okay. I'm so sick of this. You young folks out there, see, this is why I need some of you young kids on this panel with me. I need to understand those of y'all who like to fight. Let me talk to you bitches. Because let me get it. Because back in the day, now don't get it twisted, honey, because back in the day, when I was y'all age, okay, and we stood there being fabulous and cute, we had our fights. But most of the time, our fighting was on the dance floor. See, we took it to the floor. And then if you got shady on the floor and carrying on, then those who couldn't handle it, you know, they had a couple of bouts or whatever. But we didn't have a lot of fights, okay? We didn't have a lot, but we had them. Now this is seeming as if this is becoming fucking protocol. Why do you spend your money to come out of town to get into a huge bar brawl or fighting at the damn hotel and tearing down the hotel and this, that, and other? What they need to do is make sure they charge our asses restitution. Y'all tear it up, you gonna pay for it. And all you broke motherfuckers coming down here, and yes, I'm saying it like that, because goddamn it, y'all sitting up here 7 to a damn room. Y'all are 7 to a room because everybody trying to get in on coming down and didn't have the money to pay the room. So everybody done traveled. So why, if y'all 7 to a damn room, y'all ain't got enough money to pay for the kind of damage that you done did? Hold on. Let me let Red up in here because he got his hand up and shit. Come on, Red.
Nigga, did you say 7 to?
You heard what I said.
Okay. Look, first and foremost, in order to get a cap on what's going on, whoever's sponsoring this place or sponsoring the events, they're the ones that should have contracted Uber or Lyft to get people away from situations and where they need to go. And they also need to be contracted with these bars of the cutoff based on the doggone payoff. Like when you start a tab, when that card gets to so much, cut it off.
Okay.
Don't be greedy because you overload these people with alcohol and now they're not thinking about nothing they're doing. And then they get into some stuff that hurt other people.
Numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Right. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
One night out, you got 2, 3 people, they brawl in the middle of the street. And the next thing you know, somebody come over there try to break it up and they don't want to get hit by the truck coming by.
Right.
So it's like,
okay,
you're like, you know what I'm saying? it's okay, you know, and you got to think about this. They already took Freaknik away.
Right.
So why are you working so hard to be revoked of your privileges of celebrating who you are?
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? And here it is. I'm a straight man, allied, and I'm supporting. Celebrate who you are, but celebrate in taste and tenacity.
What you know? What here now? Then that there becomes that's a whole nother onion. See, that's a whole nother blooming onion right there. Exactly what is taste, because you know, here we are. We have a generational gap going on because the older children, you know, yes, I'm over 50 now. So y'all hear me talking about back in my day when, you know, my day ain't over. The thing of it is that these young kids, you know, a lot of them are at this thing of freedom of expression. You know, they're at the whole thing. He said, she said, you know, I got to fight for my right. Don't disrespect me. Bitch, you don't know who I am. See, they're there and try to establish their side business.
I want listen to me. I'm not in the Rainbow Children, but I'm gonna give this to you and you probably can sell it. Okay.
Uh-huh.
They need to separate their events and title their events per se on their advertisement. If it says reckless at the bottom corner, the age is from 18 to 25. If it says moderate at the bottom corner, it's 25 and older.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And therefore, the people that are hosting these parties, these clubs, know that when their advertisement come out and it says reckless, they know exactly what type of security they need and how to control their situation and their environment.
Exactly.
Sometimes you gotta change the narrative in order to lower the liability.
Hey.
So, but you know,
hey. But then here's the other thing too, because you said knowing what type of security to have, and that there is it, because half the time, you know, you're hiring your friends because they need a job, and a lot of folks are not equipped to handle those kind of situations. They don't know what crowd control is.
you need
all they know how to do is come up in here and holler. Get out the way. I need this over. I need this space.
No, when you have an event like this per se, you got to have bonded and licensed security companies coming in along with off-duty officers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It just, to me, it just don't make sense. It's not rocket science. You can control this stuff and you can change people's perspective when they hit the door. Before they come in, you can change their mindset. The ones that were popping off and all that, when they was getting dressed with their friends and taking shots and talking about, yeah, get out of line, baby, yeah, you know what it is. I'm going to handle these calls. And then when you get up there, they be like, shut up, turn around, get in the line over here. When they start doggone treating them, they going to be like, hey, wait a minute, this is not where we're going to do that at.
Right.
That's the reckless security. Now, when you get to the other place, you change the narrative. If anybody 25 and older has a little wild in them still, you change the narrative by hitting them with, hey, good evening, how you doing? I'm sorry, you wasn't aware that there's a dress code here. You have to be casual. Right. When you're talking to them like that, they're going to, the ones that had it in their mind a little bit, they're going to be like, oh, okay, that's not, you know what I'm saying? That's not it. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Let's go in here and have a cocktail and check the ambiance.
And dress codes are everything, honey. No jeans, no Timberlands, you know. And folks get offended by that because, well, I don't wear no. Well, you better go buy a pair, okay? Because right now, no. If you're in your glad rags, more than likely you're not going to want to tear your glad rags up over nothing frivolous.
Oh, I'm sorry, man. Huh.
You know, what's the comments are saying? If you ever watch them with their own babies, they do the same thing. Yeah, but again, when that child dragged that damn child, and that's when everybody got because he dragged the baby in the water.
My quick comment on that is kind of, you got to understand that animal recognized that was a baby, that was an infant. Yeah. So it don't treat it the way they treat their infants. That's why as primates they grow up to be so rough, and so they so little, and you know they rough and wild because that's how they were nourished. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So you know, if everybody wouldn't have panicked, it'd have been different.
Right. It would have been, because I was hoping they didn't have to kill the gorilla, but they did. Why can't people restrain themselves? Sex is good, but I'm not going to put my life in danger for it. Raymond, people are people, okay? And being caught up, being hot nutted and bothered, being in a space of I'm gonna do what I do, being in the space of I'm grown and sexy, being in the space of under whatever drug they're taking or whatever, being in the space of, hey, let's do this right here, right now. Because hell, folks are still fucking in the bathrooms at the clubs.
Yeah.
Okay. They still going on in the bathrooms at the clubs, child.
And who's allocating this monkeypox homosexuality connection?
According to what they're claiming, that a lot of the cases are men who have sex with men, and so they're making the correlation. But everybody who I've seen, you know, I've seen men, but I've seen women. Everything that they've talked about on TV has been women I've seen with it.
Okay, well, I got a question for you. Now, this is my comedic doggone aspect of the highbrow raise that I give out all the time.
Mm-hmm.
If it's monkeypox, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why are you connecting it to gay intimacy, right? When for years before you and I were born, they were calling the vagina a monkey.
Right. Okay, you know what? Don't you stop.
I'm just saying.
Don't you
There you
stop.
go. Hey, even Big Red Fella on his sophomore album got a song coming out. Plug, plug, plug. Spank that monkey. You know what I'm saying? Spank that monkey. Be on Spotify soon. Anyway, yeah.
How you going someplace to celebrate and wind up fighting like animals, child? Because they did, like I said, people just people. People are people.
And what would it be for you and I to get along? Oh, my bad.
Right. People just people. And
people is people, love is love.
But and the thing of it is that here's the bigger conversation. And that there's conflict resolution. We have not put into place any kind of conflict resolution skills and teach that on a consistent basis. Because right now, see, when I was a kid and carrying on, it was always use your words, honey. If somebody don't, you know, you don't invite a fight, but you always make sure you defend yourself. Now, the thing of it is, you don't take no shit from nobody. You don't let nobody disrespect you. You know, and I know I punched my brother in his chest the one time. Dog, you disrespected me. I said, nigga, who's disrespected who? The fuck you mean disrespecting you? Because I told you something that I don't want you doing in this house, and you gonna raise up, and I knocked him in his chest. Now consider that motherfucking disrespect, nigga. Rise up again. Ain't gonna open up your motherfucking mouth talking about some disrespectful shit. And you gonna bring them streets up in here? Bitch, I'll kill you.
Oh my goodness, boy. Hey.
I'm sorry.
I think you need a VA.
My brother did that. Go stupid. You did, nigga. Oh my God! I just had a flashback. I'm sorry. Oh.
Yeah, I was like, I thought I was looking at an episode of West Side Story. Yeah.
Child, man. Don't sit up there. You disrespected me.
You ain't see me ducking? Oh.
I'm like, what? Yeah. Anywho. And that's what a lot of it is. You know, we don't teach decent conflict resolution skills. And now that everybody all up in arms and carrying on, where y'all at?
Rome, Georgia.
Okay. You know, it's a whole big to do. You know, and a lot of the gatekeepers. That's what I'm going to the gatekeepers because they're the ones who can get at these babies. If you mothers and fathers of houses are carrying on, a lot of this fighting and stuff are trying to say that this is a house fight. It's between this house and that house. No, if that's the case, how come the mothers or the fathers of these houses are not stopping this shit?
Because they part of the problem.
Okay, apparently.
Because I'm telling you right now, what a mother was when you was having a mother in the house of divinity, and what a mother is today, not the same thing.
Well, yeah. Okay.
Well, I was just checking in to pay homage because I'm finna lay down because I got a date with Jesus in the morning.
All right.
Yes, we're gonna have a Holy Ghost good time, and
all right.
Then after that, we're gonna get on back so we can be down there so we can have a Holy Ghost barbecue good time Sunday.
All righty then. I got to go to the store, and I told everybody. I said, well, I said it wasn't asked of me. I said, but it was passionately suggested that one of my salads be included on the menu. Okay. And some macaroni and cheese. Oh, it'd be so delicious if we could have one of them salads and some of that macaroni and cheese of yours. Oh, that one table just looks so good with that.
Awesome. Awesome. What you think, man?
And I,
the mac and cheese, salad, meat.
They ain't getting that cheese.
Your sister say, ain't nobody getting none of that. She wrong,
I'm
ain't
just doing regular mac. Now, y'all said macaroni and cheese. Y'all didn't say cheeseburger mac because that's a whole.
Nah, if you do that, I'm taking you straight to the car.
Okay. So be that as it may. But it's all good and stand. Keep your ears on though. Y'all go lay down, but keep your ears on because
what you got?
What is it? I'm gonna go into a couple things. I was going to play this thing on that Tucker Carlson had said. You know, I don't like Fox News, the national thing. I could deal with the local Fox News.
Yeah,
that national shit I can't deal with. Okay. But he said something that kind of made me mad, but I had to go look up something. Because he, you know, there's a story out about the Biden going, and they went after this Amish farmer and was telling him that, you know, they had to shut down operations or whatever. They couldn't farm or whatever anymore. And if they didn't, they was going to be fined or whatever the case may be. But I just found something else related to that story that says that what Tucker Carlson and them were doing was basically baiting everybody. Okay. Because the Amish farmer, wait a minute, hold up. They're baiting everybody because what Tucker Carlson said was, how is it that you're going in here to an organic Amish farmer and telling them that they can, you know, plant and use and do food organically? But I guess if you tell them to add more chemicals that make children trans, it'll be okay.
Uh-oh.
Right. Now, here's the thing with that, because I was about to get upset with how he said that. But again, he's baiting. Because it wasn't the chemicals in the food that's feminizing men. It's chemicals, and this story goes all the way back to 2008 and earlier, where the chemicals that make plastics and go into makeup, you know, to make the makeup go on and easier, and chemicals that go in baby powder and carrying on, those chemicals are said to have an estrogen-like quality to them. So when men have been dealing with it, like a lot of the relaxers and stuff, when you got men hairdressers and carrying on, that permanent girls, a lot of the relaxers and stuff, or the stuff that make the hard plastics and things, a lot of those chemicals have estrogen effect and anti testosterone.
Okay.
So,
First and foremost, most of what is their name? The okay, it's the perm. One of those perms, if you look at, they use a chemical name for it on the bottle, but they use the placenta from the woman.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of estrogen in the placenta.
Right. Okay. So, and now I just came across this article here, dated from, this is 2018, that suggests and says that the study is saying that lavender and tea tree oils are also a part of the estrogen thing and the feminization of men.
Really?
But that's during the time when they're in their prepubescent stage.
Oh, I was going to say, because
let's make that clear. A lot of this is when they're kids and they're at that prepubescent stage, because this is saying that in the study that they did, what they call it, prepubescent gynecomastia, the titty thing. I always mess that word up. Gynecomastia, that's it. Thank you.
I know what you were trying to say.
Okay. I always tear the word up.
I couldn't stop laughing though. I know what you were trying to say.
Okay.
You forgot I went to medical school, right? So like
okay.
when I medical terminology, sometimes I be just on the floor, but yeah.
Okay. But they say male gynecomastia occurring before puberty is relatively rare, but a growing amount of cases have been reported to coincide with topical exposure to lavender and tea tree oil. And the condition went away after boys stopped using the oil-containing products. So this here, again, it went away if they stopped using it. But again, this is in their prepubescent stages, okay? So after they get through puberty and carried on and their violence have already developed or whatever, afterwards, they're suggesting that there's no problem with that. But a lot of this is in that prepubescent stage. And I think that there is what's going on that's missing in this equation.
Okay, because Lord knows I like me some tea tree shampoo.
Yes. Hello. Okay.
It'd be tingly and all in your spirit. It just
right. Okay. Hello.
It'd be like, oh yeah. I'm like, ah!
Right. Yes. 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 And if you use a Dr. Bronner's tea tree, oh my God. And that peppermint oil of here, oh my God. That's okay. Heaven. Okay. So that there is some of the stuff that, when it comes down to it, that there is what we are faced with. But let me do this because yes, I want to stay here because I got another story coming up about the Christian camp directors. Okay. Listen, the Christian camp director told this child, either you denounce your trans child or you no longer have a job.
Wait a minute. Let me reiterate. Okay. They said cut your biological child off or if you don't, you're fired.
I'll read the article. A Christian pastor who was told that he and his wife had to denounce their transgender son in order for him to keep his job as a Christian camp director. Instead, he and his family packed up their bags and moved to New Zealand. Chris Kinman got his dream job as an assistant director and then as director at the non-denominational camp in the Pacific Northwest that both he and his wife Lindsay attended as children. Lindsay started working as a midwife in the nearby town. Their son Jay, who was assigned female at birth, had yet to come out as transgender. He was a young evangelist trying to convert his friends at school. Quote, he came home from school one day and said, "Dad, I've been praying for my friends to become Christians. And on the bus home today, they prayed, and now they're Christians," Chris told Baptist News. So working at the camp as a natural fit for Joy, even though he had been showing signs of gender dysphoria for years. As a toddler, he would always play the role of boys when playing. He insisted on being called a prince instead of a princess and would paint mustaches on his face. His parents thought he was just a tomboy. At 10, Lindsay recalls Jay having a meltdown when being forced to wear a dress for a mother-daughter social. It was very out of character. I asked him to put on a dress, and it made him come undone in a way that I've never seen. In the car, I stopped and pulled over and looked at Jay, and I committed the sin of all sins. I groomed my child. I said, do you think you were born in the wrong body? She said Jay told her the answer he thought she wanted to hear. "No, mommy, God doesn't make mistakes." Jay came out as lesbian as a teenager, and his parents helped him to keep it quiet. Their jobs depended on their image as good Christians. "You know what this would do to your dad's job," Lindsay recalls saying. "We just needed to keep it quiet. There's no reason to be talking about sex or sexuality." She later regretted forcing her kid into the closet, putting the pressure of the family's financial well-being on the child and forcing him to be someone he wasn't. When he was 17, someone started outing him as transgender, and he eventually came out to his parents. But by then, the community knew, and churches in the area, some of whose members had kids who attended the camp, were calling Chris in for hearings. They got their hackles up and were saying, "You can't be gay or trans and be a Christian." They said, "If you're going to have gay people at your camp, we'll have to pull out," he said. Churches started hosting meetings to discuss the kinsmans. Others called them in for disciplinary hearings, and even though they weren't associated with those churches. Lindsay said that the people from the town were walking in on her midwife duties to talk to her about her transgender son. "I would be in the middle of a birthday and they would want to pray for me," she recalled. Damn. Then the camp board of directors turned on Chris. They sent him a letter asking him to resign by telling him that he could stay on if he wrote a public statement denouncing his own son. Chris applied for jobs all over the state, but he couldn't find work. The kinsmen started looking for work in other places where Lindsay's midwife license would be valid. They found New Zealand. Jay stayed in the U.S., where he was already attending college and transitioning. He left the church as a result of the attacks. The Kinmans say it's hard to be so far away from their son, but they're glad to see he's following his path. "I'm finally starting to see him again," Lindsay said. "He's back to himself."
Okay, I'm finna say this, and I'm finna give me some rest. Okay, look. Okay. Look here. I'm just gonna be straight frank with it, okay? When the Catholics is taking the butt, they get a transfer. When this doggone should I say, an actual act of who they are, you got to lose your job.
I'm just being and accepting my truth.
Okay, Christians and Catholics worship the same God, right?
Okay.
I want to know how many times in history have you heard this, where something went on with them messing with a little boy on a priest or whatever, and they transfer him to another church.
Right. They don't fire him. They don't kick him out. They don't tell him you're not a priest no more. They don't do none of that.
Right. None of that. You ain't going to jail for 30 years. None of that.
Nope.
But
no.
You got to doggone denounce your relationship with your biological son.
Yeah.
In order to keep your job.
The baby that God gave you. The baby that God gave you. Not understanding the struggle that y'all went to try to understand and accept what was happening.
Okay, so I'm gonna leave this like everybody that's on here, everybody that's doggone chiming in, your trollers and all that be watching us and scared to say something. All Christians ain't real Christians.
Ooh. Oh, wait a minute. That goes into this clip. I'm playing this because I just love this. I love this.
Hang on. I'm saying. Hang on. A lot of those cases. Is this report, by the way?
Report.
No, I'm saying.
We can read. We know the report.
We know the report. A lot of those cases you're talking about.
Wait a minute. Wrong one. I'm sorry. Wrong one. Damn it. See, God humbles me.
Yeah.
God humbles me.
You hold it down, brother. I got to lay it down.
You lay it down. And I'm finna go to play this clip. Once I load it, I got to load the damn clip. I got one, but that wasn't the one I wanted to load up in here.
All I know is just too much of the same thing or similarity in life that people will take up on themselves, and it never be exactly what it's for or what it's represented. It's always personal.
Right.
You can't rewrite the Bible because of your personal feelings.
Okay.
And I will holler at you on that. Distant T, big red fella, I'm out.
Okay. I'm gonna play the right. I love that
Good night.
Right. Enough said. Red hot for filth, darling. For filth. Okay. For filth and flooring. Oh, Lord. See, I always every time I find that, I love that, because when we're dealing with those who are in this particular headspace, when we're dealing with those who are, the evangelicals, those who are just traditionalists and carrying on, just how he just did that, honey, I fight just like that. I fight just like that. I always get on me and who wear their goatees, okay, mustaches and goatees, because that same Bible say, honey, it was an abomination for a man to round the corners of his beard. Okay, same book in Leviticus, honey, in Leviticus. Okay, in Leviticus. Okay, and here's the other thing, honey. They keep talking about homosexuality, but not one time, there's nowhere in the Bible where they talk about women sleeping with women. It was always men sleeping with men, supposedly. So, is it a done deal, or is it just what? Okay? Have truth, have what? Whatever. But I always deal with that because that there is what we are. And we, again, this here is ushering in pride. This is ushering in gay pride. And this is on the heels of y'all wanted to make monkeypox a gay disease. And I'm not having it. A gay infection. I'm just not having it. You understand? I'm just not having it. While we're doing this, let me give y'all some information. Okay. As we're celebrating, about to come into this whole thing of Black Gay Pride, for those of y'all who don't understand why there is a Black Gay Pride, I do this every year. Sometimes I do it more than once a year. The reason why there's such a separate pride is because, like everything else, we are not invited to the table on the bigger mainstream plane, okay? And those of us who are usually have a more commercialized idea versus understanding our own unique and cultural needs, okay? Now, that's the diplomatic way of saying that. Let me just break it down. Damn it, they don't never do enough shit for Black folks, okay, or Latinos or anybody of color. Everything is always white-centered. They do the activities and carry it on that culturally, you know, we have come to acquiesce to or whatever, but we don't do a lot of the things, okay? And so because of that, we're not offered at the table. We're not given a to do or whatever when we are, it's very limited, okay? So we don't get the big celebration or whatever. We piggyback off of everything else. So here we have established Black Gay Pride and all that it means to us, you know. And the sad thing about it is this. With Black Gay Pride, we don't have any Black-owned clubs, not in the plethora. With the Marquette is still here, and I think Trax is still up and running. I think Trax is still Black-owned. But we don't have any Black-owned and operated gay clubs. So all these damn clubs are still white-owned, white-operated. Okay? They take that black dollar, but then they want to give us hell after Black Gay Pride. You paying all this money to get into the same club that cost you $5, $10 any other time. Now because it's Pride, they want $20, $25, $30 to get into the same motherfucking club. Okay? And we don't see the economic fall in this. So here we are with Black Gay Pride, trying to do something economically sound. We have all our producers and party promoters and this, that, and the other trying to make some shit happen. And we don't get the you know, it's not warranted. You know, the kinds of entertainment, you know, the people who we like to invite, you know, that's going to speak to the community. Hell, even the drag queens, you know, for the female illusionists and carrying on, even that, you know, we don't even have representation there. You know what I'm saying? So it just becomes a great big to-do. And so Atlanta being the largest of the Black Gay Pride celebration, it's the second oldest, but it is the largest. Okay, the children are going to come from all over the world to come here. Okay, so when we do that, that's why I entertain these particular things. I always ask this question, honey, what exactly are you proud of? Especially now in 2022 with everything that we've gone through, especially within the last couple of years. What are you proud of? Okay, as a Black person of the alphabet community, tell me what you're proud of. Okay, tell me exactly what you are proud of. Okay, that's culturally centered. Okay, what did you do to help raise the community? What have you done to better the world with what it is that we do? Okay, what are you proud of? And don't give me that superficial answer of, oh, I'm just proud of the fact that we can come together, be brothers and sisters and carry on and just show the world that we can live in our truth. Bitch, you've been doing that. You've been doing that every day of your life. Okay, so now you know, what are you proud of? Why are we calling this Black Gay Pride? What are we proud of? and no one seems to give us at least not me, an answer that has some kind of substance. However, here's something I want y'all to know, and this is understanding the history, because again, folks always, the straight children want to say that this fight has nothing to do with us. Being, you know, the civil rights movement and the human rights movement, y'all always tell about something that is that y'all always trying to come in on us, and y'all can stop all that gay shit, but I can't stop being black. And when we tell y'all that the black gay children, honey, that we're at the crossroad, we're at the intersection, we're both simultaneously, y'all don't want to hear that. However, here's a little history for you. Bayard Rustin, ladies and gentlemen. Bayard Rustin. I had to start calling his name right, because you say Bayard. It's Bayard. Bayard Rustin. Okay? So I say this, and I say this with my chest, that anytime we say Dr. Martin Luther King, every black gay person needs to stand up and say Bayard Rustin. Because without Bayard, there is no Martin. Okay? And that there is how gay and black in the struggle go together. Because a black gay man orchestrated the damn March on Washington, orchestrated the whole idea of nonviolence, taught that to Martin. Understand, understand, overstand, understand that. Okay? So as we are embarking on that, for those of you who are coming out of town to come down here to settle and land up in here, honey. Okay? That there is what this is. Okay? So let me do this. I'm going to take a small little break. And when we come back out of the break, so that I remember to talk about it, I want to go into conflict resolution, but why is it that we're seeing this rise of mass shootings? And they're defining mass shootings as anyone more than 2 people have been shot and or killed, you know, at any place or whatever. The last 2, I know here in Atlanta, I think this has made national news. The last 2 quote unquote mass shootings have been by black females. But we just had one here yesterday that at a warehouse, someone came in and 3 people were shot. They didn't die, but they were shot. Today, they found out it was a 23-year-old black woman. Okay? Just a few days ago, they caught the woman here at the airport, okay, that went in and shot up the people, okay? She killed 2 and injured 1. So what's going on, okay? What's going on? I'm gonna take a little commercial, little break, because I'm trying not to cough in front of y'all, honey. And because it's gonna be one of them hard ones. So let me do this. I'll be right back.
Angelo Ellerby, the Henry Higgins of hip-hop, is the founder, president, and CEO of Double Exposure Media Relations. Double Exposure Media Relations is a full-service public relations, marketing, and artist development firm specializing in publicity, photography, artist promotion and artist development, makeup artistry, event production, and EPK development. Celebrating over 45 years in the industry, Angelo believes that a culture that does not take care of nor respect its artists is a culture that leaves nothing behind to appreciate. Let Angelo help you make dollars and cents of the entertainment industry. Contact Double Exposure Media Relations at 201-224-6570. That's 201-224-6570.
When I'm people are looking at me. What they see is a masterpiece created by the King. I am different by design, and I am fearfully and wonderfully made. I may not look like you and you me, but that's the way it's supposed to be. Dare to be you, dare to be me, and dare to be different and unique. I'm gonna be the best me I can be by letting His glory shine through. Dare to be you, dare to be me, and dare to be different and unique. I'm gonna be the best me I can be by letting His glory shine.
Be bold, be unique, be the tea with a unique body oil fragrance from the Sensuality Fragrance Collection. The Sensuality Collection embodies a unique array of customized original scents created by Big Meech. Indulge yourself in such fragrances as eye candy, foreplay, anticipation, shower fresh, naked beauty, or pay homage to the motherland and choose an oil from our exclusive Wakanda collection. Over 17 different scents that will tantalize your senses. Order yours today. Log on to www.dishingtea.com for more information. Because remember, it's all about the tea. Sensuality, that is. Attention all business owners. Use your advertising dollars here. Looking to reach a more diverse audience for your products and your services? Well, this is the platform for you. Dishing Tea Entertainment welcomes all businesses who wish to expand their brands and looking for clientele that's more than grown and sexy, but also the seasoned and sophisticated. For more information on how this spot can be yours, contact Big Meech at 404-914-5610 or go to our website at www.dishingtea.com. All right, and we are back, my darlings. If you're still here with us, honey, you are Dishing Tea with Big Meech, honey, and thank you for your love and your support. Okay? For all donations that can, if you wish to donate to the cause right there, that's our Cash App right there. In my name, $ Big Meech 7109, honey, feel free. And just put in the message line, honey, just put whatever you like, honey. Just put Dishing Tea, okay? And carrying on, honey, we would love. And we thank you for all that you do keep us here, okay? So now let's get into this, and then I'm going to let you guys go. And that there is, why do we not know how to resolve our issues without violence? As I said before the break, the last couple of mass shootings that have been reported, on, at least here in Atlanta, have been done by Black females. So I'm wondering, okay, what are we looking? What are we doing? Okay, is this becoming, the whole thing of women want to be equal in the whole shit show? We haven't heard of, women doing mass shootings and carrying on like that. What is this? Why is it that we're going through all these particular changes, children? And y'all know just a few weeks ago, or was it last week or whatever it was, we were talking about the kids fighting at the damn sports events. How are you going to the sports event with your child? And they're getting into all kinds of fighting shits there. Why is this an issue? Why do we not know how to not solve or use violence as the answer? Okay, and then for those of y'all who got to shoot everything, why y'all scared of an ass whooping? Because what's been going on, listen, y'all been fighting in gangs, like 5 or 6 folks on one person. Really? Who's the punk in all of that? That's what I want to know. Who's the fucking punk? Because it took 5 of y'all to make sure y'all beat this bitch ass. Okay? When the one that had all the damn mouth and was supposed to be the one doing the do should have been the one, throwing her hands. But why? Okay? Are we not embracing this as some kind of, now this is an epidemic. Y'all hear me? I've been saying this all the time. People are just people, right? And you get tired. You want to throw your hands up at it. Be like, God damn, man, I'm so sick of this. But at the same time of being sick of it, honey, what is it that we're doing to overcome it, to combat it? What do we do? How do we do? How is it that we do not get over having egg on our face at times? Child, I know you do not like public embarrassment and carrying on. And now that we are here and everything could go viral, folks can talk about you, folks will make you famous for some stupid shit, bullshit, and carrying on. Why is it that we do not? I repeat, why is it that we do not allow ourselves, allow for this to be an issue? Something that we can solve. How come we cannot go into this in some kind of peaceful manner? Why is it that we're resulting to a permanent answer for a temporary problem? Okay, a permanent answer for a temporary problem. And how come you don't know how to walk away anymore? Why is that? Because we scared somebody gonna get the last word in. We don't want nobody to cap on us and carry on. You're gonna lose your street cred because somebody got in on you. You're gonna take that and see that's the instigator. See, and the instigator needs to be the one to get their ass whooped too. Ooh, you gonna take that? Oh, girl, I wouldn't take that. Okay, no bitch talk to me like that. We do it. We, people being people. You understand? Why are we not looking at this? And then now the shooting yesterday in McDonough at the warehouse is a 23-year-old. A 23-year-old. We had another shooting not too long ago where these teenagers, 16, 17 years old, y'all done killed another 16-year-old. Killed them. And now y'all are getting to go to jail for the rest of y'all life for murder. But nobody is looking at that. Nobody is really teaching these kids about understanding the value of life. Where's the disconnect there? Why is it that we have it seems to be a whole generation of people who don't give a damn about other folks' lives? Or have we become that selfish of a world to where no one has regard of human life but us old fogies now? It's always about me. But nobody has regard for that anymore. Why are we allowing this to be the thing? What are we still trying to rep? Because at one point, you were repping the hood and you was taking one for the team. But now what you repping? Okay. What's going on to where the only resolve is that if somebody's life is taken, now yours is taken too because you lost your freedom. Or if you beat someone down, now you not even the one to take the victory on it because it was your crew, it was your set. My girls or my boys, honey, my boys got my back, kind of thing. Why are we in this particular space? Parents, how did you allow yourself to let your children grow up and accept that as a space to dwell in? uncles, aunties, and carrying on, honey. Those of y'all who are around these children, why have we allowed that to be a definitive? That's a definitive thing now. And it's not making sense. It doesn't make sense anywhere. It doesn't make sense anywhere. It doesn't make sense. You hear people say all the time, make it make sense, because this doesn't. You can't make this make sense. I don't care what is happening or what is done. You can't make it make sense. I don't get it. I don't get it. You scared of an ass whoop. I showed y'all that video a while ago. You scared of an ass whoop and you get your ass whooped on your job. The girl whacks that ass because you talking shit. But you get mad and then go shoot her in front of everybody else. Just shoot the girl. And then now you bad. And people say, oh, well, where's your mouth at now, huh? Now you bad? Now you bad. Where is the disconnect, honey? What did we lose in translation here? That there is where I want this. I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to say. Baby's going to go to jail for the rest of their lives. The girl they called at the airport, honey. Now, her backstory says that, you know, she been fussing with these folks and fighting and trying to get her living stuff together, and they've been fucking with her. And this, so this, her backstory, from what I read, seems as though this was escalating, you know, to a point. But now she's finna ready to go down for taking 2 lives. What do we do? Well, enough said for tonight, honey. Listen, I'm going to let you guys go. I was going to drop those nuggets and carrying on. I'm going to get up out this chair. Y'all see me adjusting because I got to get a new chair. This damn thing hurts my ass, something horrible. And I don't know why, but my sleep is starting to come down on me just a bit. It's been a long, 2 days. So I'm glad I got this baby out so we can sit down and talk and all of that. So, honey, listen, you may finish all of your crumpets, my darlings, because the tea has been dished. And you have been dishing tea, loves, with Big Meats, honey. If you love us like you do, honey, tell all your family and your friends, honey, to like, subscribe, and share on whatever platform you're looking at this, you're seeing this on. Honey, if you hate us, didn't like what the fuck I said, and mad about something, you want a neck roll, you want to fuck that bitch and all that, then, honey, tell your enemies to like and subscribe and to share this. Okay? Tell your enemies. Because do know this, that everything that we're doing over here at 3 The Hard Way, the syndicate that we've created at Dishing Tea with Big Meat, at Atlanta Hot Radio, and Let's Talk Without Nikki, everything that we're doing over here in any way, shape, style, form, or fashion, honey, will move forward. All right? Like I said, you may finish all of your crumpets, darling, because the tea has been dished. And you've been dishing tea, darling. Oh, I love that. With Big Meat, Johnny. On behalf of my co-host, okay, the big red fella, honey, Big Red, okay, the big guy ally, and Miss Aunt Nikki, honey, we thank you, we love you, and until the next time, honey, woo-hoo!